Dear friends, the year that can redefine you 2026 isn't just another year on the calendar. It's a mirror reflecting who you've become and who you still have the power to be. Most people will enter it with old fears, old excuses, and the same recycled habits. But you, if you choose, can make this the year you finally stop being limited by your limits. You see, focus is the bridge between dreams and reality. And when that focus is directed toward your limitless self, something extraordinary happens. You stop chasing possibilities and start becoming one. Why you keep forgetting your power? Every human is born limitless, but then life teaches limitation. They tell you to be realistic, stay safe, know your place. And slowly you stop questioning the boundaries around you, you start living inside them. By 2025, you may have begun to believe your own limitations, but 2026 is not for those who surrender. It's for those who remember. Remember that the voice in your head that says you can't is not your truth. It's your programming. The secret to limitless growth, being limitless, doesn't mean you can do everything. It means you can become anything when your mind, emotion, and discipline unite under a single vision. Focus is not about doing more, it's about cutting the noise. It's about asking, what truly deserves my energy? In 2026, make a decision, let go of the distractions that drain you. Unfollow negativity. Stop explaining your purpose to small minds. Protect your focus as if it were oxygen, because for your dreams, it is. The power of vision and daily fire. Every great life begins with a clear vision and a daily ritual of focus. If you can visualize your purpose every morning before the world wakes up, you'll slowly reprogram your brain to expect greatness. Success doesn't come from massive leaps, it comes from consistent focus. Small daily progress, compounded by discipline, becomes unstoppable momentum. 2026 is not the year to prove others wrong, it's the year to prove your soul right. Break the mental walls. Fear is not your enemy, forgetfulness is. You forgot how powerful you are, you forgot how many storms you've survived, you forgot that every breath you take is proof you still have purpose. In 2026, you must remember your limits only exist when your focus is scattered. When you align focus with faith, you can move mountains that once crushed you. Don't ask the world for permission, ask your own soul for commitment. Focus on your limitless. The world is changing fast, but power still belongs to those who can stay focused on who they are becoming. This year, don't just chase goals, build an unshakable inner focus that outlasts every distraction. You are not too late, you are not too broken, you are not too small, you are limitless. So when 2026 calls your name, answer it with your full potential. Because this time you're not entering another year, you're entering your evolution. You were not born limited. You were born pure, fearless, and unshaped, a living possibility waiting to become. But the world, from your first breath, began to teach you boundaries. It told you what was realistic, what was acceptable, what was possible, and with every lesson of limitation, you forgot a little more of your own power. You started believing that greatness belonged to others, the talented, the lucky, the chosen. You began to see yourself as ordinary, as if life had already decided your worth. But life never did. You did. You see, no one is born small. They are made small by repetition, by hearing the same small thoughts every day until they echo as truth. The voice inside you that whispers, "I can't," was not your creation. It was borrowed from fear, adopted from failure, inherited from others who stopped believing in their own limitless. But there comes a moment when you must return to your original design, the raw, unfiltered version of you that didn't need validation to dream. That moment is now. That moment is 2026. Remember who you were before doubt entered the room. The child who believed anything was possible, who dreamed without calculating, who tried without fearing judgment. That is your truest self. That part of you isn't gone, it's waiting behind layers of overthinking, comparison, and fear of rejection. To focus on your limitless is to peel back those layers and meet yourself again, not the version the world expects, but the one your soul remembers. The tragedy of adulthood is not losing years, it's losing wonder. It's replacing I will with I wish. Somewhere along the road, you traded your fire for comfort, your curiosity for control. But the world doesn't reward the comfortable, it rewards the courageous. The people who break barriers are not the ones who had no fear. They're the ones who remembered their power even when fear screamed louder. Your journey in 2026 is not about becoming something new, it's about remembering something eternal. You are not starting from zero, you are returning to origin. Every dream you hold is a clue to who you really are. Every pain you've survived is a reminder of your strength. The fact that you're still standing, still trying, still hungry, that alone is proof of something unbreakable inside you. So, as the world steps into another year, make a quiet promise to yourself to remember your ability to rise, to adapt, to overcome. To remember that you've already survived the things you thought would destroy you. And if you can remember that, truly remember, then you'll understand this truth. There was never a limit to begin with. The limit was only your forgetfulness, and now you are awake again. Focus, the one word that separates the powerful from the passive. In a world built to distract you, staying focused has become an act of rebellion. Every second, the world fights for your attention, notifications, noise, opinions, temptations. And every time you give in, a piece of your destiny fades into the background. Focus is not just a mental skill, it's a spiritual discipline. It is the art of saying no to the small, so you can say yes to the significant. Most people lose their greatness not because they lack talent, but because they scatter their energy across too many directions. They start everything but finish nothing. They want 10 things but commit to none. Focus is not about doing more, it's about choosing less and doing it with your whole soul. You cannot build an extraordinary life with a divided mind. You cannot find clarity while entertaining chaos. Your focus determines what your life becomes, because where your attention goes, your energy follows. Distraction is not just a thief of time, it is a destroyer of potential. The modern world wants you busy but not effective, connected but not conscious. It wants you scrolling, comparing, doubting, because a distracted mind is an obedient mind. The moment you reclaim your focus, you reclaim your power. The moment you decide, I will not waste my attention on what doesn't grow me, the world loses control over you. To focus is to stand guard at the gate of your mind. Ask yourself daily, what deserves my attention today? Who deserves my energy? What thoughts deserve space in my head? The weak give attention to everything. The strong give attention to purpose. Every time you focus on your vision, you feed it. Every time you focus on doubt, you weaken it. The battlefield is not out there, it's in your attention. In 2026, your success will not be defined by how much you do, but by how deeply you focus on what matters. Eliminate what confuses you. Step away from what drains you. Learn to sit in silence without needing noise to feel alive. Because silence sharpens vision, and vision, when fueled by focus, becomes unstoppable momentum. Understand this, you are not tired, you are distracted. You are not unmotivated, you are unfocused. The energy you waste on meaningless things could build empires if redirected with purpose. Protect your focus like you protect your breath, because both are essential for life. This year, do not seek more time, seek more focus. 1 hour of pure focus is worth more than 10 hours of scattered effort. The world belongs to those who can stay present in their purpose while everyone else chases illusions. And when you master that, you will no longer chase opportunities, opportunities will chase you. Because the universe bends toward those who are fully awake, fully aligned, and fully focused. Being limitless was never about doing everything, it was always about becoming something greater. Most people confuse movement with progress, busyness with growth, and exhaustion with achievement. But the truth is, the more directions you move in, the less distance you cover. Limitless doesn't mean scattering yourself across endless possibilities. It means channeling your entire being into the one direction that calls your soul. It's about alignment. When your energy, purpose, and discipline meet in a single flow, everything changes. There's a difference between being active and being alive. Many people are active all day, running from one thing to another, yet they end every night feeling empty. Why? Because their actions lack alignment. Their heart wants one thing, their mind chases another, and their habits feed neither. To be limitless is to bring all those parts of yourself into harmony. It's when your thoughts, emotions, and actions stop fighting each other and start serving the same vision. When you align your energy, something magical happens, resistance disappears. The things that once felt heavy become light, not because the world changed, but because you did. You begin to operate from a place of inner clarity, not outer pressure. You stop proving, competing, comparing. Your work becomes worship, your effort becomes expression, and your dreams begin to unfold naturally, not forcefully. That's the true meaning of being limitless, not endless struggle, but effortless purpose. In 2026, you must learn to simplify your focus. Don't chase 10 dreams halfway, chase one dream all the way. Give your vision your complete attention, your undivided energy, your consistent discipline. Because mastery is not found in doing everything. It's found in doing one thing with everything you've got. The world doesn't reward the scattered, it rewards the dedicated. The truth is, the mind that tries to do it all ends up doing nothing deeply. Greatness requires sacrifice. You must let go of the distractions disguised as opportunities. You must have the courage to say, "This is my path and I will give it my all." When you do that, the universe starts aligning with your commitment. Doors begin to open not because you forced them, but because your energy became precise. Remember this, chaos weakens power, but clarity multiplies it. The moment you stop trying to be everything to everyone and start becoming something for yourself, your life begins to take shape. You can't build an empire with a divided heart. You can't create art with a restless mind. You must quiet the noise and listen to the voice within that says, "This is who I am meant to be." Being limitless is not about spreading your wings everywhere. It's about knowing exactly where to fly. It's not about more, it's about meaning. And once you understand that, you stop living like a wanderer and start living like a creator, focused, fearless, and free. Failure has never been your enemy, your interpretation of it has. Most people treat failure as the end of their journey, when in truth, it's the beginning of understanding. The people who rise highest in life are not the ones who never fall. They're the ones who learn something every time they do. In 2026, if you want to step into your limitless, you must stop fearing failure and start using it as your teacher. Because failure doesn't break you, it refines you. It removes illusions, sharpens awareness, and reveals what truly matters. Every success story you admire is written on the ashes of mistakes. The difference between those who make history and those who fade into it is not luck, it's perception. When ordinary minds see failure, they see shame. When extraordinary minds see failure, they see information. Every rejection, every setback, every painful detour is feedback from life saying, "Not this way, try another." The path of growth is never straight. It bends, breaks, and rebuilds you. The question is, will you let it teach you, or will you let it stop you? Most people give up because they believe pain means they're going in the wrong direction. But pain is often the signal that you're transforming. It's the friction between who you were and who you're becoming. To grow is to be uncomfortable. To evolve is to walk through uncertainty. The greatest mistake is not failing. It's quitting before you've learned what the failure was trying to show you. In 2026, redefine failure as progress. Each failure is a mirror that reflects what needs refinement, not what needs regret. When something falls apart, don't collapse with it. Step back, breathe, and ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" That one question can turn any defeat into discovery. The people who move mountains aren't those who never fall. They are the ones who fall, rise, and walk again with clearer eyes. Stop comparing your journey with those who only show their highlights. Every strong soul carries invisible scars. Every powerful vision has walked through darkness. The difference is they kept going. They turned pain into wisdom and wisdom into action. If you can do the same, no failure can hold you down. The truth is, you can't grow without breaking something, a habit, a fear, an identity. Every version of your future self demands the death of an old one, and that transition will hurt, but it's a sacred kind of pain, the pain of evolution. So, when 2026 tests you, and it will, don't ask why me, ask what now. Stand up with the lesson, not the wound. Because the ones who rise are not those who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to end their story where it hurts. And once you see failure as training, you'll realize it was never your enemy. It was your transformation in disguise. Discipline is not born in a moment of motivation. It is built in the quiet repetition of ordinary days. Greatness is not created in the spotlight, but in the invisible hours when no one is watching. Focus is not a gift, it is a habit. And habits are the architecture of destiny. If you truly wish to master your focus in 2026, you must learn the sacred art of daily rituals. These are the small, deliberate actions that align your mind, body, and spirit toward one purpose every single day. Most people wait for the perfect mood to take action. They wait to feel ready, and not realizing that readiness never comes. The truth is simple. Discipline begins where comfort ends. Those who rely on inspiration remain inconsistent. Those who rely on routine become unstoppable. You must design your day in a way that protects your purpose. Wake up with intention, not with noise. Begin your morning not with the world's chaos, but with your own clarity. Even 5 minutes of silence, reflection, or visualization can rewire your entire mindset for success. Your rituals are your silent teachers. They train your mind to obey your higher self instead of your moods. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, whether it's finishing a task, reading a page, or exercising, you strengthen your inner authority. You prove to your mind that you are in control. The more you keep those small commitments, the more your focus sharpens. Because focus is like a muscle, the more you use it intentionally, the stronger it grows. But remember, rituals don't just build focus, they protect it. The world is full of distractions designed to steal your attention before you even notice. That's why you need sacred spaces of focus in your day, moments where your phone is off, your mind is still, and your energy is directed toward creation, not consumption. Whether it's 1 hour of deep work, a morning routine, or evening reflection, protect these moments fiercely. They are where your limitless self is reborn. Don't underestimate the power of consistency. The results you see today are a reflection of the rituals you practiced months or years ago. Greatness doesn't happen in sudden leaps. It grows in quiet patterns. Every repeated action becomes a statement of identity. When you repeatedly choose discipline over distraction, you are rewriting who you are. You are telling your subconscious, I am the kind of person who follows through. In 2026, stop chasing motivation and start mastering momentum. Motivation fades, but ritual remains. It is the anchor that keeps you steady when your emotions fluctuate. Even on days when you feel tired, uninspired, or lost, your rituals will remind you of who you are and where you're going. So, build your focus daily, treat your routines as sacred, and remember, success doesn't come from intensity, it comes from consistency. Because the one who masters their daily discipline doesn't just control their time, they control their future. Every new year arrives as an invitation to evolve, not to repeat. You are not meant to live the same story under a different calendar. You are meant to rise, to shed old versions of yourself, and to walk into the next chapter lighter, wiser, freer. To evolve beyond limits is to recognize that the boundaries you've lived within were never real. They were made of fear, memory, and misunderstanding. The moment you decide to step beyond them, they lose their power. Most people stay trapped not because they can't change, but because they've become loyal to their limitations. They defend their comfort zones as if they were homes, when in truth they are prisons. They replay the same doubts, repeat the same patterns, and call it personality. But there is a version of you that exists beyond all that. A version untouched by failure, by fear, by history. That self is waiting for you to stop negotiating with mediocrity and start aligning with growth. To evolve means to outgrow. It means you will have to let go of habits that dull your spirit, of people who shrink your light, of beliefs that no longer fit your vision. Growth always demands release. You cannot carry your old self into your new life. You cannot hold on to what's safe and reach for what's sacred at the same time. The transformation you seek requires space, and that space comes from shedding what's no longer meant to stay. In 2026, your evolution will begin the moment you stop settling. Stop settling for conversations that don't feed your mind. Stop settling for goals that don't stretch your potential. Stop settling for the version of yourself that others are comfortable with. You owe it to your own soul to become more. Evolution is not arrogance, it's obedience to the call of your higher self. There will be moments when growth feels lonely, when progress feels invisible, when you question if it's even worth it. But understand this, every time you step beyond what you used to believe was your limit, you are rewriting your destiny. The discomfort you feel is not punishment, it's proof that you're moving forward. Every stretch of the mind, every risk taken in faith, every battle fought in silence, it's all shaping a new dimension of who you are. To evolve beyond limits is to live in constant expansion. It's to wake up every day asking, what else am I capable of? It's to replace fear with curiosity and routine with discovery. You will fail, you will fall, but you will rise higher each time because you are no longer trying to be perfect, you are trying to become true. This year, do not aim to repeat your old patterns with new goals. Aim to transform. Let every challenge refine you. Let every ending redirect you. You are not here to merely survive 2026. You are here to transcend it. And once you focus on your limitless self, you won't just change your year, you'll change your entire existence.